it's really sad when this happens. And I've created that for myself in relationships and friendships that could have been and are. And I'm creating now a dynamic to be more than that with those relationships. And I created Afterthought, or an afterthought of people, because I didn't create that for the ones that left an afterthought of me. And that's a big one. There is no non-reaction to events that take place anymore. I think what I've learned is that I did everything and am doing and am proud of what I did in my past. I don't feel regret for it or guilt for it. So there's no created guilt in the present for it. My past was already packed away with everything I truly cared for and loved. But everybody else wasn't. And that's okay. I'm just saying my story here. I'm proud of it. I'm guilt-free, no regret. So I feel fulfilled that I've never slapped in the face anyone that I truly said I loved and cared for and I was around. That I'm going to say a piece about anybody because of that, in a way where they're an afterthought. But I can see the afterthought. I can see it from the people that are around my old life, my old home. The afterthought is shocking. And it's an awareness, and it's a red flag, I guess, of what I pointed out in my last video. It's a tremendous step of, I'm not going to put you first, but I still want to mention you. It's doing that. It's doing that. It's very sneaky. It's very frustrating. And it's very paralyzing. Not necessarily because of its explicitness in that way of being an afterthought. It's actually that the implicitness, it's believed. That's the biggest thing that I'm learning for myself, is that dishonesty in the steps of keeping people as an afterthought, individuals, but still proclaiming them in such a very either loving way or I'm going to attack you way. But it's the same thing. Like, there's no difference. That's why people have said there's no such thing as good and evil. It's actually because you can do everything in the same way, with the same machine mind set that you would do if you're hurting someone or putting someone up on a pedestal. And I think that's what Afterthought is about. It's about, like, okay, how am I gonna arrange this? It's being very calculative about how you use something to your advantage, to your pity party that you're inviting everybody to. I'm not inviting you to a pity party, everybody. I actually want everyone to know that be stronger with your output. Don't be around anyone that you would want to be creating an afterthought of them with. Like, they're an afterthought to you. Don't do that. Make everyone around you what you would want to be around. Meaning that if you can't change people around you, just change those people that are around you. Because what I started from with changing my mind and changing your minds is all about this. So you don't live with a reflective context of, I have such an afterthought of this situation, and you use it to your advantage in every second now. No. There's no afterthought of that, because there's no anguish over things. I just have a lot to process, and having an afterthought about things gets in the way of processing our emotional, mental, and psychological states. And it's just not worth it to create those afterthoughts for the immediate present when you can actually process and figure it out as you go. You don't need to have that immediate answer now.